Good morning, and welcome to episode 19 of the Weekly Trail Report. The Weekly Trail Report, brought to you by the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis, is a weekly, fun, and interesting show here on Facebook Live, and also we're going to stream it on YouTube all week long. It's your way of finding out about conditions on the trails, as well as activities and events, sponsored by the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis in the watershed trails of Port Jervis, New York. This is your host, Tom Fagione, joined every week by our good buddy, the ambassador himself, our good buddy Chip, who's the ambassador of the Outdoor Club. Chip, good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Doing pretty well. Usually we are joined in studio with you and, of course,
Mike Ward,
Outdoor Club president.
Yes.
Mike is not with us today. He is currently on assignment. He is working on some incredible things for the club that are coming up in the near future. And so Mike is on assignment right now, and we were able to talk to him this morning, and he said, good luck, guys. Don't mess up. Remember, he gave us that stern warning.
He did give us that stern warning. Don't mess up.
But so, Mike, I know you're not here. Hopefully you're able to listen. But we'll talk about Mike and what some of the things that he's working on for the club and for everybody in Port Jervis in just a little bit. So it is the Weekly Trail Report, episode number 19.
19.
That's right. It's Saturday morning, January 26th. Good morning, everyone. If you're waking up, a little chilly out there this morning.
A little bit.
But still, it's nice. You know, we were just outside moments ago, and it felt brisk, but it felt like, you know what? It felt like a good day to go out for a good walk in the morning.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'll be filling in for Mike in terms of the conditions report, and Mike was very instrumental in helping me, and he said that right now the current conditions on the trails are all the trails are open, as always.
Always open.
They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the trails right now, some of them are definitely snow-covered, and there are patches of ice, so if you are going to go out and explore the trails, keep that in mind. Some of our more advanced hikers have these things called crampons, which actually cramp onto the bottom of their boots, so if you have a set of crampons, bring them with you if you're going to go hiking.
They're like spikes, right?
Yep, they've got tiny little spikes. They kind of just slip right onto the bottom of your shoes, and they'll give you a little more traction in the woods or on the trails. So if you're going to hike, you know, you might want to consider that. Hey, if you have a pair of snowshoes, might not be a bad time to get them out of the closet and head on up to the trails. Speaking of the trails, you were there last week.
Yeah, we were on a hike last weekend, and the trails are active. We saw it with new footprints, and also a fat mountain bike trail tire tread was on the trail that we were on.
Also, there you could tell there was a fat tire bike up there.
I could tell there was a fat tire bike riding that trail that we were hiking on, and people were on it as well. The footprints were there. We saw fox prints. We saw squirrel prints.
You saw squirrel prints.
Yeah, squirrel prints.
Really? Squirrel prints.
Squirrel prints.
Okay, if you say so, Chip. But that's good, and that's one of the things that we like to tell people is, hey, go on out and explore, and you'll see wildlife, and you'll see nature at its finest. And literally, it's right here in our backyard.
It is literally. Oh, tongue-tied this morning. Hey, Mike, I'm sorry. I got a little tongue twisted there. But yeah, literally right in our backyard. And it's so beautiful this time of year with the little bit of snow on the trails. And they are active. People are out there. Just be safe. It is slippery. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and that's why last week with the extreme cold weather, as well as some of the snow and ice, some of our activities were canceled, including the full moon hike, one of our more popular events.
Yeah.
Last Sunday and Monday, it was just brutally cold.
Oh, it was brutal.
Yeah, so in the just to be cautious, we said, you know what, the full moon will be beautiful, especially with the eclipse. But you know what, we'd rather have you come out and enjoy it and not have any conditions of frostbite, because definitely, you know, it was 1 degree that night.
Absolutely, and that's an important point to make, Tom, is that we look for safety when we do these activities, and you know, that's important. And one of the things was the extreme cold, so we didn't per se want people up there, you know, being exposed to that. And although the moon was beautiful that evening, it was probably nicer to look at it from your window than to be up there in that extreme cold.
That's right. Being inside was the best way to take that on. So in the interest of caution, we said, hey, you know what? Enjoy it from home and maybe not come out. But speaking of which, let's talk a little bit about any activities and events that are coming up this weekend here on the trails.
Yeah, this weekend we don't have any planned activities. So, you know, but as we said, the trails are open 24/7. and if you're going to go out, be safe and dressed appropriately, and be mindful of the conditions. But there are no planned activities this weekend. However, there was a big event that took place on Thursday evening.
Yeah. We're kind of like the NFL. Last week they had the championship games. This week, no football because next week is the Super Bowl.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
So we're like the Patriots and the Rams right now.
Oh, yes. But are they going to replay the last 2 minutes of that game? That is the question.
I don't think so, my friend. I think it's just, it is what it is. But so, as you mentioned, Chip, no scheduled activities, but if you want to, go on out and explore the trails today and tomorrow.
Correct.
Because, of course, they're open.
Yes, always open, 24/7.
There you go.
365 days a year.
And, Chip, we got some great people that are listening right now. Of course, our good buddy Mike from Texas.
Hey, Mike. I want to give you a hee-haw, yeehaw, but I'll give you a howdy, partner.
There you go. And my good friend Jan. Thanks, Jan, for tuning in, as well as Justine and Mary Pat. Mary Pat works for the county exec.
Hey, Mary Pat, how are you?
And I saw her the other day, and she's so excited. She wants to know when the next full moon hike's coming up. It's coming up in about 26 days, 27 days?
Yeah, the next cycle of the moon, when it will be full, yep.
And to find out more about upcoming events and activities, you can always check us out online.
Absolutely. OCOPJ.org.
That's OCOPJ.org. Or you can always give us a phone call.
Correct, at 845-288-3165.
And there you go. And that way, Mary Pat, if you want to find out when the activities are coming up, you can see them all online on our website. And also here on Facebook, you can check us out, Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. And all the events that the club puts on are always listed on there, and more importantly, all the activities that the club puts on in terms of hikes.
And Tom,
how much do they cost?
Free.
And that's what it's all about. We want you to come out and enjoy our activities. Our club-led hikes and our club-led mountain bike rides are always free, and we want you to come and explore and have fun. And into that, none of this can happen without strong leadership. And, of course, Mike, our club president, isn't here right now. He's on assignment working on some big projects that are coming up in February for us. But, speaking of the term president and other titles as such, Chip, we're seasoned organization, and every organization has to have structure, but every organization also has to have a meeting at least once a year and to decide their leadership structure.
Right. So this past Thursday evening, the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis had its annual meeting, and at that annual meeting were the board elections. So we have a new board that was elected to the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. And I know we do usually a new segment known as the Spotlight on a member and so forth, but today what I'd like to do is spotlight the new board, if I may, Tom.
It's a great idea. These are the people who have volunteered their time to actually take a leadership role in the club. And, this comes with a lot of work and being either on the trails or at meetings and making sure that all the events and all the activities and all the things that the club does run so smoothly. So, yeah, without a doubt, a member spotlight's great. Last week it was Betsy Gardner.
Correct.
But this week the membership spotlight will be our new board of directors, or board of I guess you'd call them the board of directors for 2019.
Correct, yeah, the board of directors for 2019 as of this past Thursday evening. Welcome, I say to everyone. First and foremost, we have Michael Ward. He has maintained the position of our club president.
And he's doing a great job.
Awesome job. Next, we have our vice president, which is Bob Gardner. And after Bob, we have director of promotions. That would be T.C. Crawford.
Excellent. And TC, of course, has been with us since like day one.
He is maintaining that position. Awesome job he's doing. Next, we have Director of Activities. Wow, Director of Activities. We have Ravi Torn is our new Director of Activities.
Oh, great. Ravi's always out on the trails.
Ravi likes to do long hikes. He always says, I'm going to do a long one, but look for some great hikes and activities planned by Ravi Torn. And our new treasurer is his wife, Alyssa Torn.
Nice.
Alyssa Sanchez Torn. She used to be our secretary, but moves into the position of our treasurer. And so that will make our new secretary, Karen O'Dea. So there's the board for 2019.
That's great. And all of these people are all volunteers. Nobody gets paid. There's no payroll. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on a second,
Silly
Chip.
me.
Wait a minute. You just went through the whole list of board of directors. Missing somebody in there, aren't you?
I don't know how that happened, Tom. Honestly. The new director of membership for 2019 of the board is me, Chip. So now I guess I call myself a true ambassador.
There you go. In fact, that is the definite. It's a great role for you. I mean, title aside, you have been the club ambassador since you've been involved with the club, and the natural thing for you to be would be the director of membership. So anybody that wants to join the club, you have to go through the strict guidelines of Chip. And that is, listen, the only guideline is that you want to come out and enjoy and have fun on the trails.
Absolutely. I look forward to anybody who wants to come out and do a hike or a mountain bike on the trails and become a member. I know you're thinking about it and have been thinking about becoming a member. So listen, reach out to us and become a member, okay? It's really not hard. You just get to see me and speak to me. Maybe that you might find hard, but it's not really hard. You get an application, you send in your dues, and you're a member. And then you have great power and such with the club.
Okay. And you have an opportunity to buy a nice T-shirt or hat.
Oh, wow. We can also talk about that as well. Yeah, we have lots of good stuff.
So congratulations to our new board of directors for the year.
Yes, congratulations, guys. I look forward to working with you and the great things that are coming ahead in 2019.
And it's the leadership of these individuals, as well as so many of our volunteers who come out to events, volunteers who lead activities, volunteers who come out and build the trails, like Adam Hubbard and his crew.
Absolutely.
And it's everyone who works together. And Mike and I always talk about this. It's about harnessing the talents of each individual. Someone comes to the club and says, hey, I want to help. And you find out what their interests and what their skill set is.
Right.
And you guide them to using their skills to help the club. And it's a great success. That recipe's worked for the last couple years. It's going to work this year as well.
It's going to continue to work, and it's even going to get better. I'm telling you, it will continue to move forward with progress. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So that's why I encourage you to come out and become a member now. Right as we're striking while the iron is hot, come out and become a member. Get out there in the watershed trails and take a hike, do a mountain bike, and see what we're all about. It's awesome.
Absolutely. You talk about bigger and better things coming, and with all seriousness, that's why Mike isn't here. Mike is actually on assignment, and I mean that very professionally. He's working on some stuff. We can't really divulge too much, but I can tell you one thing, that come in February, people that are interested in events and activities that the club has sponsored and put on, you will be mesmerized by the changes that are coming. And they're all being led by our president, Mike. So, Mike, we know you're out there working hard, and I know, Chip, you're going to go out and you're going to be with him this afternoon and help him some more.
I will be out there. I'm going to meet up with him. Yep. Absolutely.
Right. And so, we're going to keep it brief today. So we talked about the conditions of the trails. The trails are in good shape. They are snow-covered. And keep in mind, there are some patches of ice on the trails. So if you do go out and enjoy the trails, just be prepared.
Be prepared.
And but they're open 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day.
We want you to come out and enjoy, but we also want you to come out and enjoy in a safe way. So, as we always mention, bring some water with you. Always have hydration, have a snack. But with the conditions being chilly and there's a little bit of snow and ice on the trails, make sure you're dressed in layers. And if you have crampons for your boots, put them on. Or if you are hiking without them, just be cautious that there could be some spots of ice.
Absolutely. Be mindful of the slippery spots, but have fun as well. It's beautiful up there. I tell you, come on out and see it.
Yep, and there's more activities that are coming down the pike. It is winter now, but the club is in full swing with bringing things to the forefront. For more information on activities and events being sponsored by the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis, you can always check us out online, and our website is
ocopj.org.
That's ocopj.org, Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. You can also check us out on Facebook. Look us up, Outdoor Club of Port Jervis. And more importantly, if you ever need to get us in contact via telephone,
we have a phone number, 845-288-3165.
And that's 24 hours a day. You need to get in touch with us. Someone will get back in touch with you.
Absolutely.
And that way you can learn more about the activities and events being sponsored by the club. And we want you to come out and enjoy. Hey, Chip, you know what? It's Saturday morning. It's about 8:15. It's time for us to say goodbye. You're going to go meet up with Mike.
Yes.
I got to meet up with some people here in Port Jervis. Some great activities and great things are happening in our community. And the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis is fully involved with all the great things going on. So for you, Chip, I just want to say thanks so much for stepping up And
you're welcome, Tom.
And
I
thanks
look
for
forward
taking
to it.
on a leadership role as the club director of membership. It is required of you now to go out and get 5,000 new members this year.
5,000 new members. Mike.
There you go.
Mike told me 10.
10,000.
Yeah.
Even
so
better.
You cut him back.
Well, you can't get to 10,000 without getting through 5,000.
This is true.
And you can't get to 5,000 without getting through one. So the challenge is this, Chip. Next week, I want you to do 2 member spotlights. We're going to do a spotlight on one of our longtime members, but I also want you to get a new member and spotlight them between now and next weekend.
Oh, wow. That's quite a challenge. I think I can live up to that challenge. I want you guys to meet that challenge for me. I want to come back to the show next week with a big number for Tom and Mike as far as new membership. I can do it. I know I can. I just need your participation with that.
There you go. So for more information, you can reach out and get us here, ocopj.org.
ocopj.org.
All right. For club ambassador and now new director of membership, our good buddy Chip, this is Tom Fagione saying, hey guys, listen, come on out and enjoy the trails, have a lot of fun. The Outdoor Club of Port Jervis is what you make it, and we want you to be a part of it. So for Chip and for our president Mike, who's on assignment, I'm Tom Fagione saying, go out and have fun, be safe, and we'll see you next week on the Outdoor Club of Port Jervis Weekly Trail Report. This is episode number 19.
19 in the books, Tom.
All right, have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next week.
All right.